So let's continue with lesson number 2, skeletal and muscular system. In that, you need to know the structure of bone, because before you see the structure of bone here, let me tell you here what is your bone doing. At the center of the bone, that especially long bones, like I said, our legs, you have a tissue called as marrow, that is red marrow, or we call it as a bone marrow, that is responsible to make blood cells. And mostly like flat bones like ribs, pelvis, and skull, they have those. The red and white blood cells are shown here, are made in the red marrow. You know that skeletal system is now bones are alive. They have blood cells, vessels, and we have 206 bones. In the newborn baby, I told you, we have 300, and later the bones are fused together. Then we spoke about ligaments, what is joining the bone, and then minerals. That bone is full of calcium, girls. This is what's very important you all to know. Like when your mother or your grandmother, they are getting weak, they have pain in the bones, doctors say eat calcium, take calcium. Do you know that? Do you know about it? Milk.
No.
Mom says
No.
drink a lot of milk, you will grow better, because milk contain calcium which grow your bones. Calcium is the most plentiful mineral in bones. Our bones are in fact made of calcium. The minerals in bones are not only calcium, we also have some minerals, but mostly it contains calcium. The minerals in bones are deposited by bone cells called osteoblasts. We have bone cells inside our bone which are called as osteoblasts, girls. If you want, you can just highlight it here, just as an information that we have minerals inside and we have cells there. The cells are called as osteoblast. Again, I don't know why I'm not able to use the annotate. I will try to do again. No, I am not able to do it. I don't know why. Anyways, next we have connective tissue. Yesterday, like I told you, we have bone to bone attached a tissue called as ligament. Remember?
Yeah.
Well, even the connective tissue is in the bone, which is mostly made of protein called as collagen. Minerals make the bones strong and hard, but the collagen in the bones allow them to be flexible enough to withstand. See, you can withstand knocks and bumps. Like if somebody knocks that bone or somebody hits you on the bone, because there is that soft protein called as collagen, it would not crack so soon until you just do it very hard. Like somebody throws you a small ball, your bone can withstand that. It will not break or have a crack immediately, right? Because of this collagen, Marrow, again, I told you, they contain a soft tissue inside, which is spongy. And we have two types. One is red marrow, which is platelet, and we have marrow is in the center of the flat bones, such as ribs. Yellow marrow we have, which is found in the center of long bones, such as the femur, which stores fat. See, we have here cartilage. This is the kind of soft bone again, which let it rotate, or this is the ligament, which is joint to joint. It is joint to other bone. Inside spongy bone, which is the marrow. This is the compact bone vessels, and we have marrow. So later on, you will see all the functions. Ligaments join two bones. Cartilage, what is it? Cartilage, what is a spongy bone doing? It produces blood cells. How does the bone grow? Can you read it out here, Vatin?
Yeah, miss.
The skeleton.
The skeleton, wait, the skeleton of the fetus growing inside its mother
When
body.
the mother has a baby inside her stomach, the first 3 months, the baby is called as a fetus. Very small. The first, maybe it's just
Not infant.
the size of infant are the one who are newly born.
Okay, miss, fetus is the same meaning of infant or no? There is.
See, I told you, I don't say that fetus is outside. Fetus is inside the mother's stomach when he or she is not born. And infant is after they born. Do you understand the difference?
Yeah.
Okay. The skeletal of a fetus growing inside the mother's body does not contain hard bone. All the bones are very soft. When a baby is born, it still has a lot of cartilage. As the baby grows, then the cartilage become bones. Girls, I always say you, whenever I say cartilage, no cardiovascular, cartilage, hold your nose, touch your bone and hold your ears and touch your bone. See how soft that bones are. The bone of a child continue to grow. The long bones lengthen at their ends in the areas called growth plates. Growth plates are areas of cartilage that continue to make new cells. Bone cells are called as osteocytes. Even just before that, I told you. Bone cells are called osteocytes, which moves into cartilage, hardening and changing it to bone. When it makes more and more cells, they change into very, what you call as strong bones. Place where two or more bones connect, it's called a joint. Some of the joints, they allow movement of body parts, other they don't. Girls, if you could not bend your hands, imagine how will you put your shoelace? How will you work with, if you don't bend your fingers? Will you be able to write?
No.
No. No. So joints are bones that are connected to each other. Bones are connected to each other at joints by strong, flexible ligaments. The joints are there where you find that ligament. And then every end of the bone is covered with a cartilage. It has a, as I have shown you. Like, see, this is the end of the bone. So this have cartilage. This is the end of the bone. This have, these all are movable joints. One is ball and socket. Even last we did this, girls. One is ball and socket, and one is which goes, you know, to and fro. That is called as glide or pivot joint. And this one is the hinge joint, which works like a door, hinges. They allow a great flexibility in many directions. These are to rotate a large circle. Your hand, you're rotating in the large circle, your shoulder. You can go all the round, right? You can go all the round. So that is ball and socket joint. Girls, you need to remember the names. One is the gliding joint and the last one is the hinge joint. So what is a joint? Which makes two bones to connect with the help of ligament. Now about these, about osteoporosis and about the diseases, I will explain you tomorrow. And now you can just watch the video.
Let's see how much you remember about the different types of muscles in the human.
Did you see the video yesterday, girls? No.
When you think of
It's very interesting. You can see more clear pictures. You can understand. Listen to it very carefully, please, guys.
Welcome to the lesson, the skeletal and muscular
Can you see this? Can you hear this?
systems.
Yes.
In this lesson,
Tell me.
I can. Oh, yeah.
you'll explore the parts of your body that allow you to shoot hoops, smile, and dance. In other words, you'll be learning about your bones and muscles. The vocabulary words for this lesson are skeletal system, joint, ligament, muscular system, and tendon. Click each word to learn more about it.
Next, please. It's taking a long time, maybe because of the connection. Let me try some other connection now. Wait a minute, girls. Oh, I don't know what happened.
What does it take for this rock climb?
Tell me, girls, do you know how many bones you have? I've been telling you from yesterday. Do you know how many bones you have?
No, miss.
206. Remember, girls, 200.
206.
When you think of the skeletal system, bones probably come to mind. But a skeletal system is more than just a set of bones. The skeletal system is also made up of joints, ligaments, and cartilage.
See, in this picture, you will
Click
see
each structure to
the
learn more.
bone to bone. The strong one is ligament. Okay, then you have a cartilage. And this is called a joint. The whole thing, Yani, we call it as joint. And here is the bone. One by one, I'll click and they will tell you.
Ligaments are bands of tissue that connect bones over movable joints.
Okay. What are they? They are bands of tissues that connect bones over.
A joint is a place where two or more bones connect. Some joints, like the joints in the skull, are fixed. Other joints, like the elbow joint, can move. Bones support your body and store minerals. Your long bones are also filled with a tissue called marrow that stores fat and makes blood cells. Cartilage cushions joints and keeps bones from rubbing directly against each other. Some areas of cartilage, called growth plates, make new cells. As bone cells, called osteocytes, move into the cartilage in these areas, the cartilage hardens and changes into bone. Most bones start out as flexible cartilage. When a baby is born, it has a lot of cartilage. As the baby grows, most of the cartilage is replaced by bone. Along with storing nutrients and making red blood cells, your skeletal system has three basic functions. Select an image to learn more about the functions of your skeletal system.
Protection, I told you.
Your bones
how it forms a framework, how it allows to move. These are the main roles, girls. Protection, framework.
Act like armor, protecting soft organs such as your brain and heart.
Movement.
Your bones help you move, with the help of skeletal muscles attached to your bones by tendons. When the muscles contract, they pull on the bones, making them move. Like the frame of a house, your bones and cartilage connected by ligaments provide a framework for your body. Can you imagine what you would look like without a skeleton? You would probably Bones are complex living structures that contain nerves and blood vessels. Blood cells are even made deep inside some bones. This is a femur, the long bone.
Femur. Femur is the one which is the longest bone in my whole body, and it is the thigh bone. You know the thigh, right? It's the thigh
Yeah.
bone, the long bone of the upper leg.
Bone of the upper leg. Click the selected areas to learn more about the structure and functions of bones.
Spongy bone.
Spongy bone tissue, which contains many open spaces, provides most of the strength and support for the bone. Compact bone tissue is dense, rigid, and hard. The red marrow is the site of red and white blood cell production. Yellow marrow stores fat. Cartilage is a strong, flexible, and smooth connective tissue found at the ends of bones.
At every end of the bone, you find cartilage, you find ligament. Understand, girls? And you, of course, there is a joint. And these all are inside the bone. I think next week on Sunday, you have a homework to draw this and submit it to me.
It allows
Yes.
blood vessels run through capillaries within compact bone.
If you feel this diagram is clear, you can take a picture. That will give you.
Okay.
Even there.
Yes, and we have to write the names.
Yes, of course. Without the labeling, there is no diagram. You don't have to explain them. You just have to write the names with this.